Hi, it's the Andrew Eborn here, and I'm delighted that my guest is again Charmaine, getting ready to go to Portugal. How are you, Charmaine?
I'm good. You choose your timing. I was in the bath. I'm just drinking my last cup of tea, and then I'm off.
Right, good heavens. So tell me what's going to happen today.
When I go into ceremony, you mean? Yes. So I don't know how they do it out in Portugal. When you're in the jungle, they make you go into, oh, what do they call it? Sweat lodge. You have to go into a sweat lodge because you have to rid yourself of any energies that's clung to you, which obviously a lot do when you're at airports and in public places. So the first thing they need to do, but I don't know whether they'll do that in Portugal, but certainly any ceremony that I've ever done, medicine ceremony, I'll enter the sacred space. There'll be mats laid on the floor, but because this is a private ceremony, I'm actually really nervous. After speaking to you last night, I was like, whoa, like even though there was another person in the ceremony that I angrily wrote about in my journal, at least there was another person there. There's another person going through what I'm going through. So that did actually worry me a little bit because there's a sense of security, even though that lady really wound me up. I said to my friend last night, I was like, what on earth am I doing? Like, it's real again now. And then I thought, no, stop this. You know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then this morning, like, I've never been one for watching mainstream news. I don't even really watch normal telly. I was out and I was working a lot. So lockdown, somehow I've plopped into the real world and it don't really gel with my vibe. And throughout my life, people say, like, so it can't always be your way. And I'm like, yeah, it's my way or the highway. Like, you can only do your way. Where's the point of doing someone else's? And during this lockdown time, I've discovered and learned and heard so many stories that have blown my worldview. And then this morning, lo and behold, I stepped foot. I thought I was helping, basically, allegedly in some of the curriculums. There's some topics open for discussion at what age children should learn about certain body parts. I haven't got children, but this does affect the nation. And so I just asked someone who's in charge of this, is this true? I'd just like knowing the truth. Is this true? If it is, how's this come into play, especially now with what's going on in the world, right? So she just said she certainly doesn't work by that curriculum, but if there are schools that are asking parents to sign this form, giving their consent to under fives knowing certain things, then to report it to Ofsted. So innocently, I thought, this is a spiritual chat. We don't know the answers, but this is what someone who works in a school who does know about this stuff has recommended. Well, I just got met with an onslaught of, don't we need to keep our eyes on the World Health Organization? And I was like, surely Ofsted are not governed by these people. And I looked it up and I just thought, at the moment, even though I'm not watching any news and stuff, I'm not big on that stuff. It's just pure negativity. It's infiltrated my life again, and I'm sick of it. I don't know if that speaks more about my utter ignorance and blissful peace just doing me. So someone put in there about focus on the I am, and I think this ceremony for me, it needs. Sorry, I've got a bit of hair sticking up. That's irritating me there. I think this journey, something really, really needs to shift. I feel like I'm living as much as I try to be in this world, and then my eyes are opened a little bit more. And once your eyes start to open that little bit more into things I don't want to be seeing, like I don't want to care. And I'm really hoping Aya's just going to knock all that shit out of the way and go, blop, There's another version of you to be working with for a little while, because it's driving me mad. All these paradoxes between, as you can hear, I'm ready for ceremony. Sort me out, medicine.
Fantastic. So talk me through. So you're going to be picked up today.
Yes.
Talk to me about the journey then. What you're going to be taken from your home now. You're going by car. It's the first time.
Yep.
Talk about what are we going to see today? What's going to happen?
It's just going to be the journey there. I don't know the exact location, but that's absolutely normal for me. I often rock up at countries all the time with no idea where I'm going, what's there, and I wait and see what meets me. Yeah, when I go into the Maloka, I'm assuming the shaman will open space, or will already have the space open. The altar will be set up. I'll set my little bed up. We're usually smudged. The space is smudged. Our intentions are set, and then you go up to the altar one by one. But it's just me.
We looked at smudging beforehand, just for the benefit of those who've not yet seen it. Talk to us what smudging is, and when you say stating your intention. So what's smudging, first of all, for those who haven't seen the episode?
Okay, so smudging, you'll often see in orbs, and when you go to other countries and stuff, even joss sticks, the different fragrances, clear space. So what's often used is white sage or copal. You get copal all over the world. It's a sap from a tree that you burn on a disc, and the smoke from whatever you're smudging with, your sage, whatever you're using, lemongrass, the smoke clears the space, the person, the object of any sludge. That's how we see it, your energy field. We've all got a luminous energy field. We want that to be shining bright. So it will clear the space of any unwanted energies, because we don't want anything in that space that isn't for our highest, best interest and good. So that is clearing space. Candles will be lit. That's the connection between us and spirit. And the shaman will have certain tools on his altar to represent whatever is meaningful to him and to that ceremony. And they might have assistance, but I doubt it, because this is a private one. Normally there's quite a few shaman up there. And they might use agua de Florida, I don't know, because I haven't met these shaman, but generally, yeah, we all work the same, but we just have different tools. So once the space has been cleared, then, or they'll call in the directions, whatever way they choose to do it, you'll hear them honour the directions, and then they'll be calling in their spirit guides, helpers, whatever their team is, to hold that space. Depending what shamans you go to see, I was taught never trust a shaman who doesn't do their own medicine. So you go up and you drink the medicine. I don't know whether those shaman will be working with the medicine in them. Every ceremony I've been in, yes, the shaman is also doing the medicine, because the medicine will work through them as a channel to do the healing, and they're in that same medicine space, but they don't have to do the medicine. And when shaman work medicine, it works through them differently to when they're laying down being a participant and a receiver. So once sacred space is open, the space is cleared and smudged, they might do a little talk. In Peru, we was already sat on our mats, and then the shaman would walk in, and that's normally when I start breaking it. You feel their energy walk in, and we're sat in silence, probably through all sorts of emotions, ranging from awe to what am I doing, excitement, and then they will sit at the altar. Now, at the start of ceremonies, they do this thing with the shakapa, which is like a circle over you, and they seal it. And what they're doing is literally putting you in a protective bubble, if that makes sense, and they're calling the energies down around you to make sure you're protected in that space. And they'll use like protection oil, which you can buy from the jungle. You can also make your own, and they'll put it around your wrists, their ankles, and they do themselves as well. They might be wearing little shells that clippity clop. You can normally hear them. And more or less, depending on the theme of their ceremony and how they work, this is just a generalisation. Then I'll go up and drink. Ayahuasca tastes like the foulest, bitter mouthful of sick. It tastes like vomit. Possibly one of the worst tasting medicines I've had. So once you manage to get that down your neck and your face screws up, hopefully they'll have a little slice of orange there for me to stick in my mouth like they do in some ceremonies. But other shaman, just like Tata Marina, you don't ask for syrup in jungle. For ayahuasca, you don't ask for syrup here. That's what she said about cacao. So we'll just see. Either way, once it's down you and you stop screwing up your face and you see your bed, you know things are real. And then I'll curl up under my little mat, put my blindfold on, and see what happens. I'm really, really hoping to see if I can tap into those senses, vibrations, feelings of sheer wonder, joy, bliss, magic, beauty. I want to be riding the unicorn, but I just don't get them journeys. So all I can do is hope. I've heard it's beautiful medicine. This is Colombian medicine I'll be doing as opposed to the Peruvian ayahuasca. I need to make peace. I'm going to be scared. Don't know how brave I'll be, but you're in the hands of the shaman. So if they say drink, you drink.
And how did you find this particular shaman?
Oh, you just like everything in my life, really. I'm a great manifester. So you literally set your intention. I want to do this. I need to find someone who can point me in the direction to do this. If you get a calling for plant medicines, and a lot of people that are on a path of self-healing, if they've tried conventional methods, they know how to do their research and to ask. And because I've been on the path a little while, you just connect with people. And then at an ecstatic dance, I met someone who recommended this retreat. They're drunk, and there was a person there that spoke English, so there wasn't the language barriers. That were, like, I certainly had language barrier in Peru, even though I speak a little bit of Spanish. So, and they said it's beautiful medicine. So I did do my research. I spoke to a couple of people, and that's all I can really do because the medicines work so uniquely with every person. Like there's loads of people that have phenomenal, beautiful journeys. But the medicine isn't just about that time that you're there doing the medicine. It's about the shift, the healing, and your intention of what you want from ceremony. So even though I'd really like to work on my memory, I'm more than aware I need to shake off this external stuff that's doing my head in and find a way of doing that with peace and without feeling like I'm colluding with things, if that makes sense.
Other people know that you're there, so you'll have people looking out for you and making sure that you're protected.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah, you're safe. You're not left. Even though you're left to do your journey, you're not left in that space on your own. They're holding space. They're holding that medicine space in whatever way is right for them. So again, because it's not in Peru, I don't know. I'm excited about the music because the music can take you on different journeys. And I know Western shaman. Some of them are being more eclectic. So that's really exciting, because I don't know, I've never felt the energy of a ceremony like this. So, or maybe I have, I don't know until I get there, but I really don't think I will have, because it is a private one. The language barrier isn't there. The sounds of the jungle aren't going to be radiating through every essential part of my being. I'm not going to be getting bitten by bugs. I'm not going to have to crawl over a bridge to get to the toilet in the pitch black. No matter whether my eyes are opened or closed, I'm still in my journey fighting through snakes. So yeah, I'm a lot more at peace with this one, but maybe I've just, yeah, maybe I'm trying to kid myself. I don't know.
So today you're going to be picked up. You're not sure where the location is in Portugal. Who does know where it is?
Oh no, we've got the address. I've just not bothered doing any research. It's like when I went to Guatemala, all I knew is that I had to track down the shaman. I learned what part of the volcanic islands they were on, and I took two of my friends there to go and see this really sacred object that they didn't even know was there. And yet I had, because I did my research for Guatemala of what I wanted from that journey. I didn't know how that was going to develop and unfold, and it will be the same in Portugal. One thing I have learned from the jungle is go with no expectations, none at all, because the jungle was called a retreat. And I'm guessing compared to some places, but it's not my idea of a retreat. I seem to have different views on some things. So, but no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm in safe hands, and that's the main thing. And I've done it before, and I can do it again.
And what is the address?
I'm not giving you that. I will ask their permission, which is why I am being so vague. I will ask their permission and I'll see. But until I get there, I don't know. But you could ask me the address of where I was in Peru. I would never, ever be able to give you the address of where I was in Peru. I genuinely do not know.
Right, but they have to keep that secret. But the important thing, somebody knows. Somebody's going with you anyway, so you're going to be protected.
Oh yeah, yes. I've actually got. There's actually a film producer, the man who made UK's Hidden Shadows. He started working with me 3 years ago, and he sent me the first draft of the film that he'd made. And when you see enough people give the same answer, and they said, Charlotte, how do you want us to answer the questions? I said, raw and real. Like, don't hold anything back. Don't censor anything, afraid you might get me in trouble. This is my life story. It's happened. And when he sent me the first draft, and he asked me, where would you be now if you were still investment banking? And I was like, I'd be dead. I knew that. But when you see every single one of your friends ask the same question, I wasn't there. And their response, she'd be dead, she'd be dead, she'd be dead. When I viewed that, I was like, whoa, my family have not got a clue about the journey I've been on. My family have no idea I'm a functioning cocaine addict. They think I'm a weirdo enough as it is. I had the inherent message within me, who's going to put up with you because I do what I want when I want. And sometimes I should think about the consequences of some of my little jumping on a plane trip before I jump on it. So what was your question again?
Well, originally you were just about to tell me what the address was.
Yes. Yes. So, and then I went on a tangent. Why was that?
You were telling me about last time that in Peru, you wouldn't even remember what the address was, but you're being protected.
No one would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go back there. But my memory is absolutely rubbish. And I was in a group when I went out to Peru. It didn't matter. They was looking after me. I was following my teacher. There was about 26 of us on that trip. It was a very big one. Yeah, but I'll be out in the middle of nowhere on a farm or retreat.
Is the film producer going with you on this journey?
Oh, yes. So that's how yes. So this man who recorded me all that time ago, I pulled the plug on it. I said to him, this can't be released yet. I need to plant some seeds. I need to share a little bit more of what I'm doing with people that know me before this comes out as a massive shock, even down to the work in the adult industry and stuff. And this is a clear example of how many masks we put up. And even though I was well on my journey then, seeing it played back was hard. So James has been in touch when I was in Guatemala doing my training, and he was like, "Oi, are you ready to finish your film yet?" And I said, "Yes." I said, "Things have changed quite a lot in the last 3 years." I said, "And I think it's really important that we capture the spiritual side of this journey." So we've caught up, which has been amazing. And he was actually a real rock to me when I was asking questions like, why are we talking about fake numbers? Why aren't we talking about what is going on with the children in our society? And obviously he made UK's hidden shadow. So he was able to signpost me and just direct me to, because with me, I've got an analytical brain. I really know I really need to know how things slot into place and how things have evolved or happened for me to get my head around something that was so far from anything I'd even think about in my life. I don't watch horrors. I don't watch anything like that. So I trust this man explicitly because he didn't release that information that he had every single right to do. And he is coming to film this. He's never done plant medicines. He's sort of interested. I've tried to warn him it isn't going to be a pretty ride. Maybe it will, but yes, he will be there filming, and so I have got someone to share that journey with, but he won't be on the medicine. He will. I have said to him, I won't acknowledge you in the ceremony. I will not talk to you or anyone in the ceremony. I am there to do the work. I don't take plant medicines lightly. So he is, yeah, like I will be meeting him out there, and then he will film, and we don't know story of my life. I just don't know. I plan up until this point and then see what happens after.
What's his surname?
I can't spell it properly. James Espionage, I think it is. I can't pronounce it.
How do you spell it?
I can't. Underground Films. That's the person. Underground Films. Yeah, I could send him a little text. How do I send your surname? It begins with E.
That's right, Underground Films. Well, we're tracking down. No, I'm just making sure that people in your life know where you are and who you're with. Because if you only just met somebody, it's always good to be safe. You know, it's I think that's the important.
This is absolutely the most safest I've been on loads of my trips.
Okay, well, do send over that sort of stuff. Make sure that other people, your friends and family, know exactly where you are, because, as I said, that's the important thing. So today, the ceremony's not happening today, is it? Or when is the ceremony due to happen?
No. I should imagine once I get to the retreat, they'll show me around, and then I will imagine that I will be drinking tomorrow. They don't normally mess around. But if I get there and they say you drink tonight, then I drink tonight till I get there. And with Shaman, like you are on Shaman's time. When the shaman says, okay, we drink at this time, you're ready for ceremony. You are in that maloka at that time. You are prepared. And the dieter, like I've really already had weeks of prep, mind, body and soul. It is all I've thought about, and it's really highlighted in that time where I'm out of balance at the moment. Like I'm not one to be affected by the external news and gossip. I don't care, but it turns out all of a sudden I do. Why? I don't want to be caring. So yeah, I'm very safe. I'm going with someone I really trust, even though they're not part of the ceremony. I've been recommended to this retreat, I've spoken to people that have drunk the medicine out there, and they told me it was beautiful. And just because it's beautiful for them, I know it doesn't mean it's going to be beautiful for me, but it fills me with a little bit of hope. Like, now I go into ceremonies and I'm like, just imagine if I see the rainbows and the beauty. Just imagine if I get the dolphins that other people talk about, and if I don't, and if I'm in there holding my belly and I'm purging snakes, well, clearly I need to let them go. I'll go in, I'll try to surrender, but I say that in every ceremony. Yeah, I'm going to be all right. This time, in a couple of days, when I speak to you, and it's not a big, I'm not going for a whole massive retreat. The way I'm coming into relationship with the plant medicines now is I'm doing ayahuasca, the mother medicine, and I'm hoping to be home real quickly from that one. I'm not going to be initiated. I'm not going to learn about the jungle plants. I'm not going to learn about sap from trees and be plied with heart-opening medicine every single day on top of the ayahuasca and everything else I was doing. That's not my journey this time. It's one ceremony. Like, when you get that into perspective, it's only one ceremony. It's 6 hours out of my life, and the change that can come from that is phenomenal. So I'm not worried in any way. I'm excited. When you get things into perspective and you look at how long I was self-medicating for, how long I've spent in toxic relationships, they're far more damaging to my health than going and doing one plant ceremony. So I hope that puts your mind at rest.
I know I'm always concerned, I always question everything whilst keeping an open mind. And how much does it cost, the ceremony?
Oh, they range. They absolutely range from, obviously it depends what medicine you do. So Peru, I was out there for a month, the flights, everything else, with your food and my shopping, was probably about £5,000. Obviously, not a lot of people are privileged or lucky enough to have that much time off to be able to afford that in something which could be considered self-indulging. But when you compare how much I was spending on cocaine, I constantly travel the world anyway. It was an investment, and that is how I view any self-work that I do now. It's an investment in me. The one in Portugal is not going to cost me nowhere near that much money. Your flights are really cheap. My nan lives in Marbella. I'm hoping to only actually be at the retreat for a couple of days. So much cheaper. When I said we are so blessed to have Portugal, we actually truly are. So this one, by the time I come back, less than £1,000, and that's everything included. Way less than £1,000. So ceremonies can cost anywhere, I'd say, between £100 and £450, £500 euros if you're doing a whole. Like, some people will do medicine for 2 consecutive days, and they might do, in the jungle, we did it every other evening, and we did 5 ceremonies. But other healers and shaman, they might do the mother medicine one evening, and then they might do the father medicine the next evening. And the father medicine is San Pedro or Wachuma, and he is the father medicine. So this time, and the father medicine was actually part of my journey in putting myself back together after Peru. I've got a very strong masculine side, if that makes sense. So part of this balance is to bring the masculine and feminine into relationship with each other. And so I'm doing ayahuasca, just one ceremony, and then coming home. And then at the end of the month, I'm doing another ceremony, and this is going to be with San Pedro, the father medicine. And there's an option with that ceremony where you can take a microdose of psilocybin, I think it's mushrooms, I don't know, again, until you get to a place, you don't know, you just put your utter trust in the shaman. And I've done my research, like, and so it'd be interesting because I've made a conscious choice. It's not like I'm running to San Pedro, like, help me, put me back together. I was so discombobulated. This is a conscious choice. I'm not using the plant medicines to help overcome an addiction or any of that. I'm turning to plants this time purely to teach, as a teaching plant. Give me some direction, like, let's scrub off the mist that has formed over my internal compass somehow. So again, it's totally different intentions, and I don't know what after San Pedro, but definitely by the end of the month, I hope to have more clarity, vision, direction, whatever that looks like and means to me. But at the moment, I just feel like, what now?
I'm talking of what now? You better start to finish getting ready.
I know. My phone's popping off.
Oh, yeah, you better go for that. Are you flying there or you're driving down?
I'm flying out there.
What's that like?
I don't even know. All I know is that my mate was meant to be here at 11, and I messaged him, I've just got out of the bath. And he was like, Shah, I'm not actually going to be with you till 12 anyway. So I think we're going to go for some lunch and stuff first. And then, yeah, hit the traffic, I suppose, if there is any. I don't even know how busy the roads are at the moment.
And you're flying out of where? Which airport?
I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, only because I don't want to give too many clues away, because I don't know what is going on in Portugal. I haven't been to this retreat. I don't know if they're near the airport that I'm getting picked up from. I've got no idea when I get there. Okay. But that was the same in the jungle. We flew to an airport, and then we was met with a minibus. We drove for ages, got on a boat to somewhere in the middle of the Amazon, then got on another boat. By the time you've done all that, you don't care where you end up. You just want to end up somewhere. You're done. So yeah, I've long let go of any need to know of details. Once you're there, then you'll know.
Okay, well, do keep us. You're going to keep us posted on the journey anyway.
Yes.
Well, I'll let you go and get ready, but stay safe.
I will.
And keep us informed of the journey. Take care, Charmaine. Thank you for joining us.
Okay then. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
So that was Charmaine on her way down to Portugal. She's not quite sure where, but she assures us that she is going to be safe, and she has somebody she trusts, having done her research. As I say, I've always kept an open mind. I would always urge people to be safe, look into these things. We'll follow as much of the journey as we're allowed to, and we will keep you informed. In the meantime, if you want to be a guest or you have any comments on any of this, write to me at guests@octopustv.com. In the meantime, be safe, be well, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.